Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. It's wonderful to have you here again to join me for this next episode, continuing our blind playthrough of The Return of the Obra Dinn. Big episode last time for me, I hope for you as well, and so I've got high hopes for all kinds of new things that we're going to learn in this episode. Of course, we're starting again with... Here it comes. It's my favorite bit. Isn't that the best? This is such a great title screen. I am in love with it. I'm in love with this title screen. I'm in love with the visuals in this game. And I'm in love with kind of, everything about the game. And I am most certainly in love with this brilliant tune. But let us begin and get back into the thick of it. So in the last episode, I actually, although we have the opportunity to go forward into the next chapter aside from a very light brush that we've had with it so far, I actually ended up coming back here to tie up a couple of loose ends and ended up tying up some really important loose ends that I hadn't intended, but it was great. And I'm full of energy and power now, having done that, because I managed to put so much more about this chapter, the escape, together for myself. And the very act of the revision, of going over, like, what's actually going on here? Let's think about it in sequence. Let's look at what's happening, how the different, dialogues connect to each other. We know a couple more people now. What's going on? How does this new information, play into what we were, into what I was originally thinking? All of this was incredibly satisfying to just carefully go back over, and I was able to establish that I had been far too confident in establishing this guy as Christian Wolf, the gunner. In fact, he is Brennan. He is Brennan, who our Scottish first mate William here was yelling out to get the surgeon's kit, which in itself is a very interesting thing to me. Why get the kit and not the surgeon? Is the surgeon not here anymore, or is he too far away to be gotten? So super interesting. I still don't know who this guy is, and the game is itself quite confident I still don't know who this is. So, but I think I have very, very good. I literally just talked about how I've been wrong about the confidence I had about who this guy was. So anything can happen, right? But I at least have some guesses. I'm not saying they're right. I have guesses that I like a lot about who several of the people here are. That's it. Sometimes it's just their position, something like that. I know, I don't know. I think I know that this victim here is one of two people. That's what I've got, and I'm quite, for the time being, happy with that. But we're going to leave this chapter now, and we're going to investigate a new chapter, Soldiers of the Sea, which is so exciting, because I wonder who the Soldiers of the Sea are. Who or what? Who or what? No, we're not going up there. We're going down around here. Dun dun. Giant blood splatter. This is so... We've already got, this would be sort of the next victim story to go into. However, I want to have a proper look around before I do that. Okay. So I think this is toilet. I think this is where, in fact, let's look at the actual map, because I'd like to get a little bit more of a grip on what my locations are here. So we're on the Orlop deck, finally. The Orlop deck. Yeah, we've had a peek into the surgery. We've been around here. We've looked briefly at part 7 here, but only briefly, that's it. And we've seen that this is the next one to go on. Purser's office is here. Passengers, so what I'm looking at right in front of me here is passenger beds. There are many passengers. Are there enough beds for them? crew, so God knows what that means. It might just mean, people who are labelled as, what are they labelled as? Seamen, I think, seamen. The starboard walk. Ooh, I was so excited to see the starboard walk. I didn't know what to call it, but I was very excited. And we've got the port walk over this side. Okay, so the first victim is on the port walk. The first walk that I saw was the starboard walk. It's such an exciting name, right? Sounds like a disco kind of location. The starboard walk. I'm excited to go on the starboard walk and look in all of the windows. But we have already looked in the surgeon's window. We've had a little bit of a look in this victim's memory particular into the gunner's store. However, I think that the door was open here anyway, so we can probably just go in there. And then we've got the carpenter's shop. I don't yet know who the carpenter is, and I don't even have a really good guess about who the carpenter is either. I don't know if the carpenter, in essence, is a hat-wearing entity or a non-hat-wearing entity on the ship. And so many of my theories about people revolve around whether they do or don't wear hats. So, yeah, I'm curious to see more of that. The purser, the surgeon, the carpenter, and the gunner. And I was wrong about who I thought the gunner was. I now think that the gunner... Where are we? Where's the sketch? My current theory is that the gunner... I don't know about the gunner's mate, but my current theory is that actually this guy here, this Austrian here, is the gunner. Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe this is the gunner's mate. Maybe he's not. It's just he has a hat that's really similar to first mate, you know? Third mate, second mate. Like the third, look, same hat, right? Third mate, second mate, fourth mate. Same hats. I reckon this is the gunner. So maybe this will be where we find that out. Okay, cool. So this is passenger beds. Passenger beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 4. I was getting ahead of myself. And then this is like, yeah, storage. What's in here? Just people's trunks, I suppose. They look like treasure chests, that's all. Ropes. I don't know. Animal kind of cage, maybe? What's happened to the animals? This is a really big question. Big ropey ropes. Really big ropey ropes. We might be able to go in these doors, but I'm just going to look outside first. So, okay. Maybe a lantern. Big ropey ropes. Can we look down? Yeah. Okay, that looks like stairs. Okay, so this will open up. This will open up at some stage, I think. Are these the stairs that are... Hang on. If I point this way, are we going to be pointed to... My suspicion is we're going to be pointed towards, on the deck below, the passenger cargo. So, I think that's right. Yep, passenger cargo. That's what because I thought that's what these stairs are. Okay, cool. Got it. But there's a separate area over here to get to the lazarette. A separate stairs, because I don't think, like, we couldn't go from this area to here before in the memory we were in. Like, I'm sure this will be, like, the last area we get to. But I'm just kind of establishing for myself that there are stairs going down here. Okay, so that will definitely open. That's where we get to the lazarette. Hee hee hee. Putting it together. Oh. Hang on a second. What has gone on here and why What? Hang on. Hang on. What's going... No, I didn't even click anything. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay.
Hit her here. One swing. Get through the skull in stone or brain.
What?
Cut her throat when you've done it.
Here?
Yeah. Come on before she kicks up. You all right there, sir?
Never been on a farm, Charlie?
Wow.
Shoes now.
Charlie. Oh, so this is an extremely interesting reveal for me right here. We're seeing the cow's moment of demise. Oh, well, this is very, very sad for the cow. But I suppose it's a little bit more of an ordinary moment, which is so interesting, because obviously I wasn't expecting to see any particularly ordinary moments on the ship the way that we're experiencing. Hello, music. Oh. See, this is ordinary moment music. Not ordinary music, like, it's lovely. There's most certainly drama woven through this music track. Oh, how fascinating and totally unexpected. Where is this going? So we see not just human death, but any... Part 3. Oh, man. This is so interesting for so many ways, for so many reasons. Okay, so first off, that there are 10 others present for this memory. So there was a lot more than what I saw. I sort of saw like the 4 guys that were immediately here. We don't have to guess the identity of the cow. Interesting. This is simply a scene that we get to take part in for kind of more information from the game's perspective. Sorry, I was just taking a sip of something. From the watcher's perspective within the game, I suppose this is just a moment of death, and it doesn't discriminate between human or non-human. How interesting. But the other thing that's interesting me is that this is the sketch at the beginning of the chapter, which is always important for like what the chapter centers around. Or at least something, it is what the chapter centers around. A bitter cold. This is a whole different chapter. I wasn't even intending to I was going to take a look at the other chapter. Wow. So this is the earliest that we have been. What? I did not expect this. All of our other chapters were kind of discrete together, but it looks like we have at least 2 chapters that are sort of entwined in this area, but maybe even more. Because we've seen, we've dangled our toes into chapter 6, Soldiers of the Sea. We have tripped over chapter 2, A Bitter Cold. But we still have The Calling, Unholy Captives. I'm just expecting, and might be wrong about this, I'm expecting Loose Cargo to be on the lowest deck. But I don't know. And maybe some of the others are down there as well. I'm certainly expecting the bargain if we see it in the same way that we see the other chapters, and I have no idea. I'm expecting at least something important about that to occur on the lowest deck as well, because I think it's about hang on. No, hang on. Why am I thinking that? Let me revise. Because so far what we know is that the shell, or there might be more shells, and as I said, it might involve wretched fish as well, I don't know. But we've seen a shell here in the passenger cargo. Obviously, it's entirely possible that this gets moved around. But it was here in chapter 3. So it may have been put here since the beginning of the voyage. So you could see it likely as being here in chapters 1 and 2 as well. My current theory is that in the bargain chapter at the end of the Doom, the captain, because they said that the captain goes and chucks the shell into the ocean. But that doesn't mean that by that stage the shell is here, because it's entirely possible that Nichols, when he came down here to get into the passenger cargo and ended up knifing Nunzio here, it's entirely possible that he managed to take the shell at that point, and then somebody managed to take the shell off him after that, and it got put into the captain's cargo. Or this is the lowest part. I mean, this is the lowest part, so that's why I'm making that assumption that the bargain kind of happened. I've been thinking about the captain's cargo in particular, but that's also coming from the fact that the discussion that's had within, the discussion that is had with, let me go to it, in the escape. This captain came up from the hold. So, yeah. So we don't know where in the hold, but this is the thing that's also seconding for me. That something down there, the captain went down there, got shell, chucked into the ocean. Somehow or other, that's part of a bargain. All right. How fascinating. A cow. Let's do it. By the way, I don't think I've actually said this out loud, but it's been when I originally encountered this scene with Abigail, and for maybe one or two of the times it happened after that, I assumed, in a really way that was super fun for me, that this meant our character was scared. The shaking means that he's scared. And that made a lot of sense to me because of the nature of what he was seeing. Like, he was probably ready to see human death, but in that moment he was seeing that, in a magical historical moment, there was a giant, kraken or squid or something like that. Squid. So it made perfect sense to me that this is representing him being scared. But because this has been a mechanic that's repeated over and over again in loads of different circumstances, I don't think I said it, but I stopped believing that this is him being scared. I think what this is the watch coursing with power, coursing with energy of this thing that wants to break out of it. And it's just, it's like a rumble. He's got a rumble pack in this thing. So the rumble pack is going. That's what I think now. But I really like, whether it's one way or the other, and again, please don't confirm anything for me because, rolling reminder, we want to keep this as we want to keep me totally blind while I'm playing this. So, no hints, no tips, no outside information. But again, as I've said before, I'm not really worried about whether I'm right or wrong about things. What I get so much enjoyment out of is the journey of wondering, the journey of thinking it through. And that's what I want to share with all of you. Let's check this out. So what is happening here? Someone is being brought down. Let's let it loose. Let's go. Let's chase. Can we beat the light? Well, we can certainly keep up with it. I'm gonna say that might be Indian dress. I guess we need to do this.
Well,
Same as the other fellow.
Sick.
Lung disease,
Ah,
lung consumption. Made worse by the cold.
this must be Henry.
spread?
If so, we'd all have it. They must have picked it up at the Alaska house.
Alaska
I
house.
checked all hands just now, and everyone is healthy.
And him? What are his chances?
I gave him some laudanum. We'll see.
This is Henry, for sure. Most likely. Nothing is for sure. Henry, is this you? Are you Henry Evans, our surgeon, our kind of mysterious storyteller? So a disease. A mysterious disease, eh? Very, yeah, wow, very powerful music. Ah, this guy, okay. Next to Nunzio. Alright. We know who this is in the picture. We've seen him many times. I think, what was it, third mate, I think. That's my current guess anyway. Could be wrong. I've been wrong before. This is, I know I say it all the time, but like that little bit of music there is one of my favorite things that ever happens in the game. It is so fun. It is so fun when that music plays. It is perfect. It is perfectly constructed. Like, you've just seen a dramatic moment, which is exciting in its own way, of course. But when that music plays and you transition to the book, it's as if the game is going, wasn't that interesting? Here we go with the kind of the nature of the actual adventure of playing the game. Let me lay before you some fun mysteries some toys for you to play with. And that's kind of what it feels like. It's the sort of music I would expect to play. Like, let's say you're watching a movie that's sort of set in, on a ship in, earlier centuries. It's the sort of music that I would expect to play when you're moving location and you see a map and you see like crosses or lines or arrows on a map indicating movement, like a bit of a kind of a travel montage, letting you like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's kind of going, adventure is behind us, but adventure is also coming, and we're doing a little bit of fun administration along the way, I really like that. I really like that so much. Okay, in the surgeon's room. All right, so I've been located. This is part 2. And the cow is slaughtered in part 3. Okay. After they've been discussing. Made worse by the cold. Some lung disease. So I don't know if it is a lung disease or if it's a kind of a physical manifestation of a curse or some other unknown disease. But even, I'm guessing Henry himself doesn't really have much idea. They must have picked it up at the Laska house. It's not Laska with a capital L, so I don't know what that is. It doesn't appear to be a name. I checked all hands just now, and everyone is healthy. I gave him some laudanum, we'll see. Bam, he dies. He dies right after. Like, that must be what happens, right? He dies right after Henry says this. They did see. Okay. And 7 others are present. Wow, I was not expecting for us to be in this chapter. Now, this is interesting because this is the earliest we've been. Oh, get out of here. We're even... We're not... I thought we might be back here. We're even closer to Europe. Unexpected. Because I think like part 3 is like over here, and then the later parts are here. Why is this map so big? Why is this map so big? Where is part 1? What on earth? Are we lost in a fog? Alright, well... I never know, like, do I feel like, you know, amassing all of the parts together before I go looking? I always want to, like, run off and do a little bit more investigation in them. But we'll at least just let this do its thing. Okay. The rattlesnake is calling. Whee! Like, I've got a whole nother chapter I want to go back and look at. Dun dun. Uh-huh. So maybe somebody else who perished from the disease. Okay, before I do that, I still haven't even really finished looking around here. Because then I saw the cow. But it is interesting that they're... What will eventually happen that this gets knocked over? It's not a very high... You know, like, this wouldn't stop a human being, so there would be no need for a human being, I think, to smash this, unless it gets smashed in, you know, in the course of some other kerfuffle that happens here. So I can only imagine that another animal breaks out of this at some stage. I don't know. So interesting. The ropes go down here. Alright. Kind of just like understanding like how the ship is made up as well as I go. Storage of various things. Okay, let's have a look in the doors. Now this is the carpenter's... Oh, it's huge. The carpenter gets the most space of anyone on this ship that I think I've seen. I guess because they don't have a big bed in here. Wow. Now, whenever I see something like this, especially if it's in a kind of a, you know, a detective type investigation, I'm like, what's missing? What's missing here? Not really that type of investigation, really, but... I mean, it does seem like something is missing there next to the saw. Interesting. And here as well, a hammer or a mallet is missing. 2 of them, maybe. Possibly. Can't open any. You don't want to reach out and try? You don't want to try opening any of these? You have no interest. No interest despite everything that you've seen? Okay, now I know I've been in this room and I've been in this room, but I want to look in every... It's just the thrill of looking in a window, right? What if I see some... Oh, that's the cow. Yeah. How interesting, because I guess if you come out here, you would have gotten that without even seeing what's on the other side. Oh my god, that would have been such an interesting experience, and you would have gone... You might have clicked here expecting to see, you know, some kind of surprise human death, but no. Da-da. Our view here is a bit blocked, but again, this might just be in the main part of the room we can get into anyway. I'll go back and check. Same for all of these. And here, it could also be part of... Let's see. Alright. Let's see. On the other side of this wall. So this is the door to the surgeon's room. Haha! You can't stop me, I'm in here! I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine to just come in here. But what will be interesting about this is not necessarily here in current time, in present time. It's interesting that we will be able to look in here during the different moments. During the different moments in the chapter. Yeah, I guess this all seems normal. Perfectly ordinary surgeon's room for a perfectly ordinary surgeon, no doubt. I suppose he does seem like a perfectly ordinary surgeon. Okay, so this is... Right, okay. So these beds get a little curtain across them, which means that curtain can be closed in other parts of the chapter, and they might disguise that there is someone on the other side of them. I didn't notice before, but these also have that. They have a curtain. Okay. Alright, so I think I've seen all of the... I think I've maybe seen all of the stuff in here in the present time. We can also look out. Yep, that's that one. Nothing around here. And then this is the gunner's room. Aha. Well, there's a good bunch of things missing here. So many swords. Many swords. What is this up here? It's a bit hard to see, but I guess that's rifles, right? I guess that's rifles. Of course, many missing. Maybe when like that guy carrying a bunch of rifles up the stairs, maybe this is what he grabbed. Haha. Gunpowder? Little pouches of gunpowder, maybe? Several of them have been taken. Big pouches of gunpowder, maybe. So surely this is like a highly protected room. A little window. This is like a little... Hang on. So there's just a little spot over this side. Over this side it is open. Two windows that you can look through. Here, a little hatch that can be opened to pass things out, I suppose, so that you can't go in. This has to remain secure, but somebody can pass you something out here. Okay. All right. I like it. So, oh man, there's so much to look at, but I think... Oh, hang on a second. I was wondering why this guy was standing here in a really strange way. This is the first time I see this. So he's been, like, spiked into the wall, maybe? I kind of want to go and... I want to see this first one properly. Because I just... it's my first one. It's 7 of 8 though, interestingly. Secure the hold.
Someone shoot the damn thing!
Someone shoot the damned thing. Are they referring to you as a thing? Because, you know, you're a zombie? Your body has been... I mean, you kind of have some of the basic ingredients of a sort of a zombie situation here, right? A few people have contracted a mysterious disease from a mysterious place. They pass away. However, that immediately raises, I think, too much of a difficult problem, which is that you would then have a death and another death for the same person. If they die and then they kind of revive as a zombie, like how would they mark that? Because here we're seeing this guy's Oh, okay. I see. I don't know what I'm seeing, but I think I'm seeing a giant spider. Okay, we're gonna... Whoa, oh my god, we have to go, I have to go all the way. Oh, I'm stuck. How dare you, game. Touche, that's so clever. That's so... I'm dying. That's so clever of you. That's so clever. So, yeah, this guy's already been speared at this point. Oh, maybe, I don't know, like the spider or something, like shoots out little barbs? Have you been barbed? Whoa. Wow, this is I'm dying. This is such excellent storytelling mechanics here. I can only be in the port walk, looking through the windows. This is kind of exactly what I was hoping to get when I saw the whole window dynamic. But I didn't quite expect it to pan out like this. Hang on. All right. So, whoa. Well, the next death will get us in the main room, so that's exciting. But I just want to have a think about this right here. If this is a giant spider, is the giant spider a soldier of the sea? So first off, it's called Soldiers of the Sea. There's multiple. Is this a spider? A spider? A land creature? I know not all spiders are, like some spiders are kind of like semi-water based, but you know, is it more likely that this is a kind of a crustacean? It just looks, from here, it just looks like a big spider. But is it kind of... Huh. Okay, so I think... So he's been... I see. They weren't referring to you as them or that or whatever. You have been accidentally shot through the wall. I understand. So identifying your killer means following which trajectory that has come from. That's so interesting. And that kind of means that we can get help from other parts in this story, but ultimately it'll be this part here because this is going to be the only moment of this particular shot. So maybe it is kind of trying to carefully follow. Like, is it coming... What I'm wondering is it coming from this guy here, who seems to be shirtless with some pants on? Or is it this... There's a kind of a black line that you can see sort of going into the spider there, or coming out of the spider, I don't know. Yeah, you can, okay, you can a little bit, I don't know how to point this out, but you can a little bit sort of see the the bullet trajectory coming from kind of the center of the spider slash crustacean, whatever. So determining who's on the other side of that is going to be important for... Is that William? Yay! I'm pretty good at recognizing William. Is this the guy that fell... Oh, I can't look. Okay. Yep, and you are... I think you're one of the stewards, but I don't know which. Alright. Oh my god, this is so good. So, let's now go into this person's death so that we can get a look in that room. Whoa! So much going on. Crazy. I'm just going to say, this looks like a lot of... This looks like a lot of bones here. Like, when I first saw this, I wondered if this was two people. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Super cool. But why is there blood along here, then? Because that person just gets shot and dies on the spot. Maybe they were actually already bleeding from something else. Alright. Oh, man, there's a lot going on. Hang on, I haven't even opened this. I haven't even opened this. I know I looked at what this was on the map, but I've forgotten. What was it? It was surgeon, carpenter, gunner. I remember those three, and I can't remember what this fourth one was. Purser. That's right. This is the purser's office. Cool. Incredibly cool. Okay. So, alright, indeed, these are sort of like probably, you know, ledgers, accounting, journals, all of that sort of stuff. This is another thing that looks like it might open, but yeah, don't know. This one? Do we want to have a look in here? No? Okay. No, never mind. I'm sure it's not important. Let's not even check. Let's not even check. Let's do it. Oh, this is going to be crazy.
I've got you. Don't move. I'll get you down.
Get you down. Ah. So by the time... Alright, he's already been speared. Ah, that's... I've got to be honest, that is one of the saddest moments I feel like I've seen so far. It's because of how tender this person is being under, you know, almost certainly completely unthinkably dire circumstances. But that person was being so gentle with them and so kind and so caring. I actually feel like I have a little tear in my eye. I do have a little tear in my eye. I'm quite sensitive to that sort of stuff. Like genuinely moving human compassion, you know. It's really nice. It's really sweet. Wow. Wow. What? What am I looking at here? I guess... Huh. So, part 6. It seems in this part... Hang on, though. This is the first one we saw, and it looked to me like there is an extremely active spider or other in this part 7. We've just gone back to part 6, the moment before, and I guess it looks like there's at least a possibly dead or dying spider / crustacean. So maybe, and obviously it's soldiers of the sea. There are going to be multiple, right? Give me that gun. Look, so this is, we're here anyway. Let's do this. Go rattlesnake, snake light. Go rattlesnake. Go. Yeah, you're gonna go on a jolly little ride, aren't you? Whee! It's your only time out. I totally understand. You have fun. You have fun. You go around the bit. You go around that prime example of a bit right there. It's the best bit I've ever seen. I would also do a dance around it if I could fly through the air like that. But I wanna, I don't know, do I want to go straight into this one? I want to look at the last one. Let's do it. Let's do another one. Oh my god. Oh my god. The sound of this. Sound design, you have a trophy. Well done. Oh my god. What is happening here? What is happening here? Alright, so indeed, okay. As much as it looked like a spider, it didn't make sense it was a spider. These are crustacean legs, and that's like a little, claw. But what is this? Is it sort of like... And what is this? And what is this? Oh, sorry about that. Annoyingly, something like a pop-up on my laptop just interrupted the recording. Anyway, I don't think we missed anything. I have so much I want to look at. I want to go in every direction at once. Ah, who this? He looks just nice. He looks like a nice guy. So one of the things I want to do is look at this. It's funny, that looks like a vine. Looks like a vine with, terribly, dangerous spines on it. Like hooky spines, right? That go into something and then can't be pulled out. Huh. But it doesn't look like the crustacean leg that we saw. It looks like something else that comes out from it. So, part 5, this guy seems to die on top of one. This guy has already been speared at some point. So perhaps in this moment, this guy is kind of getting speared. Right. And we've got a whole part 8 that I haven't even seen yet. That's just going to be findable, I guess, somewhere in the present. Okay, we'll set this one free. Is it? Oh, okay. For a second there I thought it was pointing me to this, and I was like, are you talking about the death of the creature? Because we did see the death of a cow, so why wouldn't we see the death of a creature? Ah, hang on, which one? This is 2 people, right? You're giving me 2 people in one go? Because their deaths were at the same time? Whee! You're giving me 2 people. Alright, look. I don't want to do them all immediately. I want to go back to... I think I want to go back to this one. I want to go back to this one for a sec. I want to sort of drip feed myself. I want to see more of what's going on here. That sound is crazy. It sounds electronic. So, alright, look, this stuff I'm seeing here in front of me that appears to be... So first off, what the freaking hell? It's like spiritual flames are coming off of it. But it could be like a kind of a poison cloud. Flames? I don't know. But then what I'm really concerned with is like, what is this? Because I can't, it's hard to distinguish like, what is the creature? What is the person on top? But what does it look like? It sort of looks like strings, like flayed wood, splintered wood, but you know, the deck doesn't seem to be damaged at all. There's a whole bunch of liquid/blood here. Is it the, like, oh my god, is this the person? No, or is this the creature? I don't know. Okay, look, who this? So this person puts their spear into the creature. So I think this is the creature. Something's going on with the creature there. Oh, it's our cross-armed cravat guy, exploded guy. Exploded guy. Oh, exploded guy. Okay, the sort of the dad-looking type with the tie. Yeah. Yep. Gotcha. I don't know who you are yet. This is... that guy at the back standing next... Yeah, this guy's a real mystery for me because he's standing next to two people I've identified. And the two people I've identified are sort of like quite different in a lot of ways. So I'm interested in like just the three of them standing there. Like who is this next guy among them? This is an interesting moment because this is the moment where this guy opens this hatch above us. Ah, totally new guy. Totally new guy. Standing at the back of the people playing the game. But this is an interesting moment in the story, yeah, because I assume this is where this opens up. We can't get past them, but it's only in the... So I think it's in part 6, 7, and 8, most likely, that we're actually able to go up to the next deck. This guy has already been speared by this point. Now, are these... I was thinking that maybe the monster, the creature, like, shot spines out or something. And that may be the case, but at the same time... Are these... like, kind of stakes or something? Maybe? Like, as in human-made stakes. I don't know. Probably from the creature, right? But then again, there aren't any others around. Maybe it's just got a really good aim. Oh! Could this be the gunner? No. Someone else. No, Alfred! This is Alfred. Alfred has what? Alfred has some kind of gun that looks like a bazooka. Sort of. Wow. Okay. We have these two here. Oh, that person has definitely been decapitated. These have both been decapitated. But I am... Oh, you are letting me identify... Hang on. Again? What? Hang on. It's sort of struggling a little here. So bald guy there just behind the Formosan royalty picture. Okay, he's a new person. And this is... No, you're giving me the wrong... This is not the easiest. This one. Yeah, it's that guy who's next to Nunzio. A gun has been dropped there, possibly by one of those two people. Pig. Alright, these guys are shooting. Ah, there's more spear. Here we go. Here we go. But we're not going to be able to get a look at what's over there, are we? No, we're not. Okay, so obviously another one of the creatures must be there. This is striped shirt guy. Striped shirt guy. Yep. And this is William? Looks like William, yeah. Huh. So it's just further along this deck. We can't see the other one. Now, this blood, I suppose it goes up the wall there, so it looks like, yeah, it's whatever has happened to them has come from this direction. Ah, you are, yeah. You are that, hello? That person. Yep. You're in quite a lot of memories, my friend. Okay, now, God, but there's also, this person's also been staked. Oh, so okay, that's why. Right. He was, in fact, oh, this poor guy. So he gets kind of staked, shot with some sort of spine or something here. A thorn, I don't know. And then he is bleeding. He makes his way around here and then gets shot through the wall. Oh boy. Can I get to the other side though? Because there's more story over here, right? So first off, can't see anything in the surgeon's office, but it's sort of interesting that we can see, I don't know if that's going to be relevant, we can sort of see some tools there. Surgical implements, I suppose. It's all kind of blocked, but we're just seeing into the main room anyway. Yep. Yeah, okay. So no like new information here or any. Oh, hang on. Did I just pass through the darkness? I did. Hang on, if I put this in view and try and step further. No, that's the limit. That's as far as I can go. Okay. Aha. Ha ha. Very interesting. There is a ton going on here. Now, here's another consideration. Is this ship walls? I assume so, because I can't see out anywhere. Yeah, so this is all enclosed. We can't see out. There's no windows or anything. This is... I don't know what this is, but this is wild. This is wild. So I guess this is the thing shooting spines out. Just going, spines. Like, you know how crustaceans sometimes have kind of spines on their backs, I suppose. And it shoots them out. This... weird and disturbing. I can't make sense of it yet. But maybe we'll see more, yeah, in the next memory. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Oh my god. My god. So this guy maybe in the previous memory gets spined. Ah, I already want to go back to the other ones that I've already seen as well. I really want to go back to the other ones. Alright. There's so much to take in. It's so exciting. So exciting. Where was the door? Check that out. We've got 2 chapters kind of next to each other here. This is really fascinating. I was just trying to make him click the watch open and closed. No, can't really make it happen. Oh, man. Extremely interesting. Let's look at one more as a treat.
We're no use.
Burn it. Oh, I see. I understand. Oh, what? What? Oh no. So that happened at the same time. That's why they're included in the same spot together. That might be the butcher or the cook. What on earth? What is happening here? It's like it's... I don't know if it... I don't know. I don't know if this is meant to be a crew member that something terrible has happened to. It's getting kind of like enveloped in this weird creature. Or if this being is the creature. If this is a being that kind of rides a crustacean. What? What? Part 4. Oh my god. What is this thing? How did they die? Who is this? How did they die? And who is this? How did they die? Interesting. We're no use. Burn it quick. Huh. So maybe indeed what that kind of like light smokiness I was looking at in the previous one, that was indeed fire. They had burned it. Huh. A lot of people present for this one. We're gonna set it free. Oh, that is so creepy. That is so creepy. Where are we going next? Oh. Hang on. No, is this fire? Or is that where I'm going? This is it? No, that's fire. Ah, up here. So I can go up here. I see. Whoa, excuse me. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Maybe... Maybe, though... God, I'm just having a thought. You know, I was thinking before, like, is it possible that some people turn into zombies because of the disease or whatever that they've... The infection. Does the infection have some... No, and I don't mean zombies, but like, you know, zombified in some way. I'm sure you know what I mean. Like, their bodies become controlled by something else. I guess I'm now thinking... Maybe these are the people who died in chapter 2 and their corpses have been, not even necessarily reanimated, but like have become vessels for whatever these creatures are. Ah, that's that right there in the front is the spiny, that's the spiny, I don't know, implement, the vine-like antenna, whatever. Oh, wow. All right, well, there's much to check out here. Rattlesnake, go! Can I... Oops, sorry, I got stuck. Got stuck. Ooh, this is crazy. It makes a lot of sense because in one of those previous discussions, someone said, like, secure the hold. So these things are trying to get to the shells, I think. Oh, where am I going? Where am I going? Here. I might... Does it reach? It does reach. Okay. All right, it does reach, but I'm going to have to leave this episode here. What shenanigans. What crazy events have transpired here in this chapter. Once again, complete shock. Completely unexpected. Since the doom, I don't know where to. I don't know. Let's look out. Let's look out the window. Window of contemplation. Reference some of you might know. Since the doom, of course, I was ready for there to be more like insane, giant, creatures, or some other kind of, supernatural entity or entities of some sort. However, we hadn't really seen anything for a while except things I was like theorizing about. Wretched fish, for example, glowing seashells. So a sufficient amount of time had passed for me to be completely freaking like destabilized by seeing that. Wild. And at least when we saw the doom or the squid, I was like, oh, it's a giant squid. Like we can really only see the tentacles of it, but oh, it's a giant squid. Whereas this one, I'm like, what the freaking hell is this? What is this creature? And that is still the question that sits with me. I've got some ideas about it, but we will go on investigating in the next one. And we've got at least 2 chapters ahead of us that we can even move between. My God, this is so much fun. Thank you everybody for watching. I really hope you've been enjoying this series. I hope that this is a really fun revisit to a first time experience of Return of the Obra Dinn for you, because obviously, wow, what a game. Like, again, this is something I'm going to be super looking forward to. When I'm done with this blind playthrough, I'm going to be really super looking forward to seeing other people's first experience with this game as well. And so I get it. I hope this has been enjoyable for you. I will see you in the next one. As always, like for the video, subscribe for the channel. Any comments are not only things that make me really happy and help to motivate me and show me that people are enjoying the series, but they also help the channel out in general. So that other people can find these playthroughs. So I would really appreciate any of that if you're up for it. Do take care of yourself. Do something very nice for yourself. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye. And just before we leave off today, I'm just going to let you all know that Rebecca's Pixel Quest now has a patron, if you haven't heard before. The link is in the description. So this is just for anyone who has the interest and the means to throw a little bit of financial support to the channel. It would be so much appreciated, because this is part of what will help us continue here. And so much gratitude to the people who have already signed up to one of the support tiers. What you will get with all of them are various bonus secrets, flavor text, extras, and all kinds of things that I'll try and make as fun as possible if you have the means. But if not, of course, what you are doing with this channel just by watching, by liking, subscribing, all of that is already a huge amount of support to the channel. So thank you so much to everybody. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.